Happy Tuesday, my darlings, and welcome to another speed build. More importantly, welcome to another base game plus build. Base game plus nothing. This is just literally base game. We are in the world of Willow Creek, and I wanted to build a small, very lovely looking little 2-bedroom family home. And that is indeed what I've done. Sticking in with the style that this street has got. I think this is the street that the pancakes live on. I can't remember, but this is the empty lot in Willow Creek anyway, the Potter's Splay lot, and that is indeed what we're doing today. So yes, base game only. We are here with a base game only build, and this is the first of the residential base game builds that I'm going to be doing for Willow Creek. There is another one coming up. We're going to be building a bit more of a bigger family home, 3 to 4 bedrooms. With lovely verandas and a big garden and stuff. We're going to be doing that next. And it's all sticking in with the same style as what Willow Creek gives us. And it's that gorgeous kind of Victorian-esque, beautiful New Orleans kind of vibe. And yeah, that's what I wanted to portray in this. And here we are, portraying it, my loves. So what has it got, you may ask? Well, you already know it's got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 downstairs, 1 upstairs. It's also got a small little office area, a children's playroom. It's got a separate dining room that opens out of a big archway onto a kitchen. And it's got a living room as well. So, and it's also got decking. It's got a swimming pool out the back in the garden. It's got everything that a small family could ever need in this world. And I think the price came in around about 108,000 simoleons. So this is kind of your not starter. It's the one before that, I would imagine. And I would imagine this house as well to be quite easily extended. You could easily extend this and make an extra bedroom as you progress into game as well. It's a really nice sized lot, this. I think it is a 30 by 20. I could be wrong at that. I think it is. But yeah, had lots of fun with it. Now, I still wanted this house to look like it belongs in the street, but I also wanted it to stand out quite a bit as well. I wanted to make it look like it's been renovated. So I've gone for this nice kind of black accent kind of color on it. So it kind of sticks out on the street nicely, but not in a bad way. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. It blends in, but it sticks out because it looks the best as far as I'm concerned. Apart from that pancake house, let me just say. The new builds that... I don't even know who did them. Does anybody know who did them? Was it EA who did the new base game builds? Oh, no, it was not. No, it was not. I know Rachel Ped did one. My lovely friend Rachel. I know that she did the best friend's house, and that was amazing. I had a look around that one as well. So ignore what I'm saying, to be honest with you, darlings, because I don't know what I'm going on about half the time. Ignore these chimney breasts as well. I actually get rid of these and extend the house even further. In the beginning, I put 2 of these on, and I was just like, oh, I don't really like that. As always, I'll keep everything in that I change and stuff and then tell you about it as we go through. I just want you to see the kind of like evolution of building sometimes. Like sometimes you're just not happy with it. And with this, I just wanted a bit more floor plan downstairs. I wanted a bigger space downstairs. So putting these wings on the side of the house not only made the house look a little bit more attractive, but it gave us a lot more space to play with in the interiors. Yes, it did indeed. Tomorrow, you're going to be getting a bit of a different video coming to the channel, my loves. I'm going to be building in Inzoi for the first time. Now, I have not pre-recorded this just yet, and I've not even touched the build mode. I think what I want to do is go into that kind of... I don't know if it's going to be a series. We'll see what happens. I want to go into it with fresh eyes. I'm just going to be learning that build mode as we build together, so you can kind of see how I adapt and work it out. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's hope that's going to happen. So yeah, that will be coming with you at some point tomorrow, my loves. So this is where I decided to extend up the back as well. I wanted a bit more of a kitchen area. In the beginning, I put a roof on top of it, but I was just like, no, I really would love some kind of skylight here. So we end up doing a little bit of a skylight moment over the kitchen. And maybe that is what they extended or like added on to the house when they bought this. They knew that they wanted a bit more of a bigger kitchen. So they put the kitchen in the back here. Now, obviously, this is all base game. And once we get into the interiors as well, I do try to keep to the kind of EA standard of the amount of stuff that's in it. Obviously, I go a little bit off and put in a lot more details and whatnot, but I just wanted to, I don't know, give it to you guys so you can add on to it and put personality into it however you may wish with whatever packs that you have got. And that is how I'm going to go about doing most of the residential lots. The commercial lots or the community lots, not so much. We're going to be playing around with them together and yeah, adapting them. In the beginning, I put some just some classic windows on that little extension, but I actually changed that up in a bit and we put a bit more of a modern sort of like window on it, just to make, I didn't want it to look too modern. I still wanted it to kind of fit in with what we've got going on here. This is me putting in the glass roof now, but I just wanted some more modern windows in, so you'll see that in just a second. And yes, very nice indeed. It did come out very nice. I was very proud of this. It's a challenge to build with base game, but it's also quite fun. I think it's because I haven't played with base game in a very long time, and yeah, I found it quite nice. I actually did. I know, me building base game, found it nice. Well, there you go. That is it. Putting the doors back on again because I put in the modern windows this time, and it just looks a little bit better. It does. It makes it feel a little bit fresher towards the back there. I even toyed around with making it look even more modern by changing the colour of it and stuff, and I was just like, it's not the vibe for this house. I don't want that to come through here. So we keep it looking exactly the same as what the house does, just with a little bit of flair. But yeah, I like it. It's a very symmetrical house as well, and I'm not usually a fan of symmetry in architecture especially, but for these kind of builds and Georgian builds, there's just something about it that just, I love it. You know, the perfect example for me of a lovely classic symmetry house, or symmetrical house, sorry, is the house from Father of the Bride. Now, that beautiful colonial looking gorgeous house that they live in is just, it's amazing. And I have built that once. I think it might be on the gallery somewhere. It's probably god awful by now because I built it years ago, but it's got to be one of my favorite houses I've ever seen in any kind of media. I think that house, I loved it, really did. Putting some hedges outside here. I just wanted this house to look perfect, very, very family oriented, and I wanted it to fit in with the rest of the neighborhood, and all of their gardens are really nicely landscaped, so I wanted to bring that for this one here. So we ended up putting some hedges in. I also put some flowers in as well. And I put a couple of trees in the front. Young trees. These ones. Just to make it look like they're kind of like, I don't know. They're not as old as the house, and they've just been planted there for a bit of decoration. And it works. We ended up changing the door colour as well for a red. I went with a blue. Well, first off I went with the black. Then I went with the blue. I thought the red just popped against the contrast of the white and black really nicely. Putting some chimneys on the house. I do put a couple of fireplaces in here. In fact, did I only do one fireplace? I think I did. One fireplace in the living room, and it just looked really nice. I think this house would look lovely at Christmas. It would look lovely with some decorations out on the front of the house. And yeah, well, there you go. You can have it. Go and get your families in here and play your legacy save files through with this. I'd be very I always love hearing you lot tell me that you're using it for your saves and stuff. It makes me very happy, really does. But yeah, backyard area, we end up patioing the pool area, and then I leave a nice bit of grass so I can put in a climbing frame and stuff for the kid. So we've got one double bedroom, or one main bedroom, and one kid bedroom, and then I've kind of got these Jack and Jill, it's like almost like a vestibule that connects them together so they can both get access to their balconies on their bedrooms. Both of the bedrooms have got a nice balcony out the front as well, so that's very nice. That'd be very nice in gameplay as well, for when your kid maybe ages up to a teen and you can make them sneak out and stuff, maybe down the trellis. I don't know, whatever you do with your gameplay, it's those kind of things, isn't it? Put in a nice little a couple of sun lounges just out by the pool here. I thought it was the perfect place for them. Why am I putting them back again? Oh, it's because I went and got a table as well. Don't know why I felt the need to put them back again, but there you go. But yeah, that facing the pool, little bit limited. One thing I found with base game is I'm limited on plants. That's one thing I really struggle with. And ovens is another one. Kitchen ovens. The kitchen's not so much because we got that new one now, plus the recolors of the older ones. And what was the other one that I've really struggled with base game? A lot of the wallpapers, actually. A lot of the wallpapers are a bit naff, but we're going to make it. We're going to work around and see what we can come up with. Yes, we are indeed. And yeah, I still had fun. I really did. Climbing frame. Change the colour of this climbing frame, actually. I think I do it off of camera. We go for a white one there. I just thought it looked a little bit better with everything else in the garden. And and just kind of matched in a bit nicer. Not too matchy. In the interiors, we don't go mad on colour, really. We just make it look like a nice, comfortable, clean, kind of semi-modernised family home, really. Still very classic, but I do kind of like make it look fresh. That's all we can say. Put some planters over on this side plus a bin, but I end up moving the gate. The gate was just a little bit too squashed there, so I move it over into the middle. And it just flows a lot better. Everything's been player tested as well with this house. It will be up in the gallery when you're watching this video. And it works perfectly. So there we bloody go. We're all happy. We're all thriving. Nice little decking area as well. Put a barbecue and some dining table and chairs out there. I also toyed around with pergola as well, but it just didn't really work here. So I got rid of it. And this is the balcony off of the main bedroom. So the main bedroom looks out over the garden area, so I put a telescope out there and a nice little chair that they can sit into, and then we end up putting these ceiling fans all on the front porch areas as well, just so they can sit out and not get too hot in the heat. So here's our floor plan. Here is the main living room area. Nice thing with this, it was big enough for me to put the fireplace on one side and the TV on the other. I like that. I love when there's a room big enough for that, and it worked for this. But yeah, you can see that all the wallpapers I've chosen as well. A lot of it are the kind of like wooden siding kind of wallpaper with a nice wooden floor. But with the bedrooms, I chuck in the tiniest amounts of colour. Nothing too drastic. Don't go getting excited. I wanted to keep this house as a kind of, not a blank slate, but somewhere where you can just feel you could put in your own personality and stuff into here with it still looking nice. And yeah, it allowed me to do that. I was very happy. Neutral tones, loves. You know me as a neutral tone slut. And that is because I am. But yeah, nice. It's base game. We've seen all this stuff before, but I just still think that this room really worked together and it flows nicely. Not heaps of stuff in here, but there's just enough stuff in here to make it look interesting, you know. And yeah, finishing it off there. Now this is the downstairs bathroom. I didn't really want it to open up into the main living area, but that was the only space that I could put it, really. I mean, I could have put it into the dining room as well, but this one kind of flows to the outdoors through the black glass doors there. So I just put them in there. And then this is our dining room. You actually walk into the dining room. I kind of left this a bit more open plan-esque just because this is connected through to the kitchen as well with that big archway. It kind of flows really nicely like that as far as I'm concerned. And there was enough room for it. So here we are. It's very simple, but again, effective. I end up putting a few things in off camera as well, like a burglar alarm, the smoke alarm as well. I do put a smoke alarm in off of camera. And yeah, very nice. Just a short little ditty today, my loves. Now this is the kitchen. I like the kitchen, how the kitchen came out. The new kitchen looks great in here. I wanted the kitchen to look just a little bit more modern than the rest of the house. Yes, the rest of the house has been painted or I don't know, just redeveloped, shall we say. But I wanted the kitchen to kind of look new, so I go for a little bit more of a modern vibe in here with the kitchen, with the tiles and stuff and the skylight. It's the kind of heart of the home, really. I can imagine them spending a lot of time in here, and they can as well because they've got a nice big breakfast bar that I put in the middle, and it just bloody works. It works for the whole family, and they can all fit in here. I toyed around with having extra seating in here, like an extra little dining table or something, but because of how close it was to the dining room and the outside dining space, it just didn't make sense. Plus, it's also got an island that we're doing here that I do put the sink and dishwasher on. And yeah, didn't really need it. There was enough seating in here, really. But nice kitchen. Very nice, very modern, gorgeous. And this is the tiny little playroom as well, just off of the dining room itself. Literally a toy box in here and a doll's house. I just thought it would be nice to have for the kid to have a separate area while they're downstairs to come in and play. Put a little book and stuff in there too. A little bookcase. I did want to get a chair in there, but it was just such a small room with the dollhouse taking up most of it. It just wasn't feasible, sadly. So they'll have to go and read it in the living room or whatnot. And that was the office. I didn't even need to think that was just a desk and a plant in there. And this is the bedroom. The floor plan was a little bit weird here because it was quite a long bedroom. And we don't have... Oh, that was the other thing about the base game. Wardrobes. The wardrobes are bloody awful. We've got no decent base game wardrobes. There we go. I managed to remember. So yeah, I struggled with wardrobes here. I ended up just going for 2 chests of drawers instead, like either side of the bed. And it was fine. And then we've got that kind of Jack and Jill vestibule that I say, it's kind of like at the front of the house, and it kind of separates off onto the balconies. The reason I did that is because I didn't want to put doors from the balconies there. I wanted them to have the same windows as the downstairs. So that was my reasonings for it. But it works, it flows, and I kind of like the idea of it, really. And I didn't really put much in that little vestibule. I do end up putting in a art easel, actually. Yeah, that's what we do. And that was the kids' bedroom, by the way. I've been waffling over the kids' bedroom being done. But very nice, very simple. And I put the chair up here because we couldn't have it downstairs. Gorgeous. And then a big family bathroom. So again, with the kitchen, I reckon this was a little bit more modernized, hence the look of it. But I still think it flows and fits nice with the house itself. I really do. But that's it, my loves. I'm going to see you back tomorrow in the next video. Goodbye.
Yeah, 13. Oh.